Hey, good evening, folks. Good evening. Welcome into Flying with Mike this Good Friday Eve, or actually Good Friday. Um, I hope you took some time to realize the what happened on this day several 2,000 or so years ago. Um, And so I hope you take some time. Our verse of the day, and we're going to be changing a lot of things up. So things you used to see working here right now aren't. And I have to learn maybe a whole new system. But our verse today may help you in the getting you positioned on what this Friday really meant 2,000 years ago. You see, for by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is a gift of God, not a result of works. Nothing you do can give you this grace. This is really from God. That is so no one may boast. So today, 2,000 plus years ago, um, Jesus Christ hung on a cross for us, died for us, and then Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, he's the only God that's actually living. That's right. He rose. God raised him from the grave. He is sitting at the right hand of God the Father, and that's really good news. Saving us from our sins, saving us really from an eternity of death. We can talk more about that on tomorrow's flight, but yeah, what a gift he gave in that sacrifice. All right, but we're here to fly hang on a second here. I've got a Boy, this is weird. What's happened? Let's talk about that real quick. Desktop Pilot Society made mention of this a couple of times to me last week and the week before that, and it's not listed, by the way. If you go to the X-Plane 12 Discord in the betas, it's never listed. But Sim Toolkit is one of the culprits that's been crashing your sim. We've been up now, well, we've been online 10 minutes and we're still here with the plane. Whereas just prior to firing up, now, yesterday we did the same thing, but Sim Toolkit was not fired up. It was mainly to test it out. Today, Sim Toolkit came on, and I'd say a minute or two after the sim was up, it was running. Actually, it just connected and the sim went bloop. So for now, don't use Sim Toolkit. I don't know if there's a new plugin out there we have to put in. I don't know anything about it. Actually, I don't see much coming from Sim Toolkit. I'll have to dig in. I don't usually check the Discord, but maybe there's information there. So, but today we're flying out of London City Airport, Echo Golf Lima Charlie, if you're looking for it on your charts. Find London, England, and it's one of the many airports there. We're off to Ireland. We're flying a destination of the month flight for Millennium Aviation. Knocking that out here real quick so we can keep, I love flying to the places they have. So, and they happen to have this. Desktop saying they have, that being X-Plane reached out to the devs at STKP, Sim Toolkit Pro. No answer. So, yeah, that could be the same issue, XPUIPC, or however that's phrased. they were having troubles, but that actually does not appear to be a problem. That could be a problem for me and a VA we fly with, if indeed that does boil up as a problem. Not today. We're not flying with that VA, not flying with XP. Well, we may be inadvertently, but and Elevatech does work. Yes, I actually have it running, and now I've got to figure out if and I won't have to pay for stuff to make it work here. So we're gonna just kind of have fun today. So let's climb aboard and see what kind of damage we can do between here and Shannon. All right, we are in the ToLiss A319 IAE engines. If you want the technical A319 numbers, it's the A319-132. For those, keeping score. And I know some of you out there do. So let's get this bird in the air. What do you say? Here's the downside. I can't do a pre-flight with you folks. Can't show you what's going to happen with the flight. That was all great stuff with Sim Toolkit. I don't know how to do any of that in Elevatech, if it's even possible. So, and I don't think it was built to be that sophisticated. So we'll just kind of wing it, so to speak. All right, so today's flight, I wish you all could see, we're going to board 100. Let's go ahead and do that. Board 108 people. Load. All right, on the fuel side, we are planning 12,811. Let's go with the 13,000. Request the fuel truck. Next page. Cargo, we're going to still keep 0. We'll click the load button, and then we'll head over to the wonderful weight and balance. Okay, we should come in at SimBrief says 113,759. We're close enough. We're off by about 50 pounds. And our block fuel looks good. And 108 people. So we're looking good here. Let's get to work on the plane. For now, we're not going to fire up any APUs or anything. We are just going to go right into it. Let's see. And I know y'all love the bells and whistles. Some of you out there are, well, you should maybe check in with a local psychiatrist thinking, you want to hear these in flight. Yeah, no. All right, so all of that looks good. Flap lever, let's head down to the flap levers up. Spoilers show retracted and unarmed. That's right, they are armed, folks, so be careful saying hi to Jack on a plane. Hang on. Throttles look good. We're set to go. All right, let's get up top here, start up the IRS. And for those of you in the States, got a couple more days before that infamous deadline of April 15th. So, seems to always sneak up on people. Let's get down here and start getting the, wait a minute. Okay, we'll do it that way. May have to reposition things just because over time, I've kind of gotten used to the other aircraft's positions. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's see here. There we go. All right, so we're good till tax day, April 15. So not much longer. And it request survey says, all right, there comes in. I'm not, again, I say this on just about every Airbus flight. I'm not going to walk you through how to make it use the init request. Why? Because there are some questions you may, the way I have mine set up, you may not like. So you may want to read the manual and see what it's asking and what you like. Because you're the one that's got to fly it, not me. Okay, now, charts, taxi. Oh, there's the coordinates. Okay, I was like, where's the coordinates? All right, let's get charts up here. We are sitting, you know what? I don't remember what spot we're in. Hang on. Let's go with 26. All right, so we're in spot 26, so we'll use these coordinates 5130-.2. 5130. Okay, .2, is that right? North, and then on the longitudinal side, 3.2. Okay, one more time, 51 degrees latitude, 30.2, 3.2, align it. Get me some wind. Oh, we got plenty of that here in St. Louis. All right, and cost index looks good. Flight level 380, one more check. Yep, that looks good. Yeah, this is going to be a trip because you're going to see route come up a few times with nothing. I've got to figure out how we're going to work that out. So, yeah, that's something I haven't had to worry about in quite a long time. Page 2. All right, now we'll go back to the weight and balance real quick. 1138 is good. 28.6 is good. 0 right here. How about we go 13? And we're looking good. Okay, flight plan. Okay, so we got to pick a runway, and you haven't seen that. Hang on. Let's do that right now, and then we'll get charts out of the way. Okay, right now we're planning runway 27. Here's the current weather. 25013. No sky condition. I guess they can't stick their head out the window. Who knows? 12 degrees on the Celsius side and 1015. Okay. Let's see if by chance, what's say intentions got? I forgot we have that now. No, I'm not laughing. For some of you out there that are trying to learn VATSIM, it's a good tool. Um, I kind of like default ATC in X-Plane 12. Oh, been one of those weeks. All right, departure for today. SAX B1A. Oh, okay. So basically, we'll take off, make a hard turn at 1,100 feet to, is that LON? LCN 01 out to LCN 05, no higher than 3,000. Out to Brookman's Park and then up to Sax Beat. All of that at 3,000 feet. We'll see. Departure 27. Sax B1 Alpha. That is the one I want. Okay. Boom. Now, again, the way Europe, and especially the United Kingdom, does this, their transitions are the route. So you won't have a transition most of the time. Insert. Okay, and just looking it over, LCW1, LCN145, up to BPK, on to Saxby. And as you can see, well, you can't. We'll get this out of the way now. Charts. You can follow it on your nav display here. Just set plan in the range you want. All right, so next up is Hen Didsy. I always recommend doing this. I know it's a little extra time to some people. And what you're looking for are discontinuities. They will ruin your day in a nanosecond. Well, they won't ruin it in the fact of a crash, but you will, you'll get controllers going, what are you doing? And you're like, please don't get, I don't know what my FMC is doing. It's because you hit a discontinuity and you forgot to either clear it or take care of it. All right, so here we go. Over at Shannon, we're going to be on, well, actually, let me take a look at something. Runway 24, does that sound good? Runway 24, that's the, yeah, I thought we had more runways than that looking at another chart. All right, so runway 24 is the culprit. Now, I am going to bring charts in for this, and I'll show you why. It's a neat thing charts allows you to. There's actually a couple of new things on here if you haven't either one jumped in and started using it, or those of us who've used it for a while, and all of a sudden you go, you could do that? Yeah. By the way, that's still happening with me, and I've had it 4 or 5 years now. Pretty close to when it came out. All right, so we're on the Tipu to Delta to Tipper. So let's take a look at there's Tipper again. And that is going to Geelong to DRAG. Now, let's look over here. This is an RNAV. Huh. All right, let's, there's our airport, okay. So let's look at the, oh, that was the wrong thing. Sorry, folks. That's what I wanted. All right, we could do the VOR DME and the ILS. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Okay, we'll just do the ILS. And the IRS system is aligned. Okay, so here we'll just add to route, which put it down here, and there's DRAG. And by the way, yes, Ireland is online. Go figure. Well, if you didn't know, Friday Night Ops, those of you that like it, that's actually in Australia tonight. Okay, so I need Tipu to Delta. Okay. Is there one? Insert. Okay. All right. So we left off at Tipper. I'm going to go ahead, bring it down one. And then quick check. All right. Missed approach. How's that going to work out? Okay, so we would just continue on, come back to the VOR, and take one of these two, or one of the two turnarounds, I'll call them. You just fly out. I think we're C and D, so we'll go out 074, turn back to come in. All right, alternate is Dublin. There's our routing, Oscar, EIDW. Good, let's get going. I know you all want to get going. All right, that's set. RadNav looks good. Perf page. Thank you, ToLiss, for a nice performance page we can use. Sort of, kind of, maybe. 250. At 12. Okay, temperature 11. Dew point 6. Oh, we don't have to worry about that. Conversion for that 2997. Okay, runway's dry. No any. I don't know. It's 11 degrees outside. You think we ought to turn the anti-ice on? Yeah, no, I don't think so either. All right, we got a 5,000-foot runway, actually 4,909 feet. This will be a toga takeoff. And we're going to throw some flap on it. Okay, that didn't help, it looked like. All right, we're going to go toga 2. Air conditioning on. Okay. Woo, doggy. So, and we'll adjust V1 numbers and all to get it as far back as we can. All right, so let's translate this over. Uplink. Okay, 1015. 1015's good. Wind 250.
Traffic, Walker 8,
12.
established, ILS 27 right, currently on a 10-mile final, reducing speed to 160.
All right, we're going to do flaps 2. Now, I do this so it helps the calculations that are about to start. Actually, what it really does is send it to their company via ACARS, which will then send the data back. And it takes in everything on the plane. Okay, received. That'll be ours. We're going toga. Okay, maximum effect here. All right, 119, 119, 124, up 4, flaps 2. And let's insert. Real quick, just checking out our friend Blackbox's site. I'm sure he's never been in here. Positive. Yeah. I'm sure he's been here too many times. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm reading it wrong. 1520. These are altitudes, folks. And 1600. Basically, your thrust reduction and acceleration points. Okay, engine out acceleration point, 1600 feet. Okay, and let's drop that to 115. I know it seems like it's not a lot, but it really could be. You notice 111 is here, or 110. So we're probably, we've probably got a good barrier now. All right, let's do it. We're ready to go.
Heathrow traffic walk 887 is 4 mile final, reducing to final approach speed 27 right.
All right, let me get VATSIM radar up. Don't want to miss something. Oh, wait, I think Ireland went down. Well, that's a bummer. I'll double check here. No, I'm still showing them up. All right, we'll get airborne and find out. Okay, we're ready to go. So I'm going to drop down here and start kicking some stuff away. All right, there go the caterers. Let's get up here, fire up that APU. Meantime, say goodbye to the baggage folk. Okay, firing up the APU. Okay, in the meantime, LS control, LS control. All right, we're going to set 3,000 just in case. Okay, nose wheel steering's on. 12 o'clock, and we'll set you to flight plan.
Walk 887 vacated 27 right.
Okay, that's on. Okay, probe heat, everything's ready. Did I? All right, let's get Millennium's ACAR system running.
Walk 887 taxiing Echo Foxtrot, correction, Echo Golf, stand 322.
Wow, it found us quick. All right, we're ready to go. Seatbelts on. Okay, fuel pumps on. Okay, here we go. All right, we're ready to roll. Let's do it. Okay, we got 108 people. I'm going to go ahead, go pack flow high and beacon. Doors closed. All right, got a good light up.
Traffic, Keeper 3056, keeping runway 27 left at November 3.
All right, we got available on that first engine. Here comes the second.
Two stations walked.
Yeah, we're not going to get ETEs or anything. Wow, this is definitely a trip. Yeah, I just noticed that had come up here not too long ago. All right, we're available, so we're going to start the clock. All right, let's get up here. For those not familiar, turn your bleed off, come down, set the lock. Okay, spoilers armed, flaps 2, go mode back to normal, exp. Okay, and since we're daylight, we're not going to worry about that. And we are flaps 2. All right. What am I forgetting? Oh, I know what it was.
Ether traffic is you 1 Alpha Mike 7.5 miles to 7 right. Correction, 27 left.
All right, we're looking for up 4. Okay, and then quick check. That last check is just to make sure nothing's blocking my stick. Hang on a second. Something was. Okay, now we're clear. All right, timer on. Brake set. Takeoff check. And we got to wait on the engines a little bit to warm up. Oh yeah, we got about 20 degrees to go on engine 1. The big thing is, in the real world, you would be able to technically taxi, but you have to pretty much do it on idle thrust, which isn't a problem. But we're good to go almost. But you're delaying your takeoff, so you slow roll it out. You're not going to slow roll here.
Ether traffic is your 1 Alpha Mike site.
All right.
Established on the ILS, runway 27 right, ether traffic.
Seeing if there's anything else we can do while they're warming up. Okay, we should be getting a clear on engine 2 here in a minute. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and call us out. We're ready to go. Let me do one last check here. Okay, I think we're ready to go. See, now we're delay engine 1, and that is for now for the fun. Okay, hang on. Why are we not? Oh, I know why. Okay, one thing. Hang on, let me get the brake set. Big thing here with this, when you're using the mechanical page or the attendant page, your COM1 call light goes out. See? So go back, click on it, then you'll be able to transmit. Otherwise, you're going to have you'll probably hear the controller say a carrier only, or just, static. London City traffic, Speedbird 572 departing or taxiing 27. We're not departing yet. Apu off. Okay, all engines good to go. Just for double check here, we'll do a second takeoff check and we're all good. Oh look, the snow machines are still out.
Ether traffic, speed level to fully established ILS 27 left. Heathrow traffic, Skyway 6017, established 27 right, 10 miles.
All right. Hey, Morinov, welcome aboard. Getting ready to depart London City.
Heathrow traffic speedbird 619, leaving Biggin Hill at flight level 070, 220 knots for runway 27 right.
I don't know what's wrong with the texture here. Hang on, folks. That was weird. I'm going to swing around. Looks like we have a texture issue. No, I do not have the 777. Don't know anytime soon when I will. I do like to fly the Fearless 747-200 though. Still trying to find time to get the cargo version and use that. Yes, he will. It's been out for what, a year almost, and I still have it. And Hawker saying, yeah, we made a deal. I'll get the 777 when he gets it. And he hasn't bought it yet. He hasn't done much of flying in a while. Waiting for the 300 ER. Yeah, I don't even think I had the 300 in FSX. All right, lights are set. Radars are on. Hang on a second, folks. Last check here. Here we go.
Heathrow traffic turning finals runway 27 right, 13 miles out.
London City traffic, Speedbird 572 departing 27. Okay, and now we just fly the, yeah, you don't know if you should buy it, huh? More in IOV, sorry. Yeah, you know, right now I'm just more concentrated on the new job of about four weeks now, 5 weeks, and hence why you haven't seen a lot of streaming. And even after my Lent season hold, I probably won't be flying much more than Fridays and Saturdays. So, streaming at least. So we'll see though. It's it's been it's a great time. I enjoy the job. It's just early morning wake ups and sometimes, like you know, like all jobs, a long day. And whew, St. Louis traffic, like many major metropolitans, is not the greatest to drive in. Oh, I thought I changed that. Hang on.
Heathrow traffic, speedbird 619, 4 mile final, runway 27 right.
Oh, I was in. I know what I did. You know, you got to click that save button. I don't know why that's always so important. All right, we're almost to the point where we can think about a climb. Let me look at this departure. All right, we're going to go ahead, set in 38. All right, we're airborne, cleaned up, and punching. Pretty steep climb here because we're only at 200. Did it really limit us to 200 the whole time? Oh, wow, it did. Holy mackerel. Okay, there's transition.
Heathrow traffic, speedbird 619, vacate 27 right.
Should get a bump to 250 now. All right, we are on our way. We just crossed 10,000 feet, lights off, into cruise climb. Seatbelts stay on till top of climb. All right, welcome aboard. We're headed from London City in the UK over to Ireland, Shannon. And, I think this would be a good time here. Hang on a second. Go to the home page here. The destination of the month for Millennium Aviation, that's who we're flying for today, is Shannon Airport in Ireland. EINN, Echo India November, November. And here's a little excerpt they got. When transatlantic flying began in the 30s, it was primarily via flying boats that could land on the water near the shore, refuel, take off again. A flying boat terminal in Ireland was one of the last possible stops before the longer legs of the flight were required to reach Iceland, Greenland, Newfoundland. As changing technology emerged, the advent of permanent runways were realized. Hence, the building of Shannon Airport. Finished in 1945, and in 1945, the runway was extended for newer jets, so they could actually bypass Greenland. First transatlantic proving flight was a Pan Am DC-4. Now, despite the new long-range aircraft, Shannon continued as a stopover point until the 2020s. So it's been around a while. It's we all know it. If you fly transatlantic, Shanwick, Shannon, same thing. I think. Watch me get hate mail from Ireland, which would be par for the course. But yeah. So where are we headed? Well, there's Ireland, and roughly, I can't zoom in easily. Well, you can't see this anyway, so hey. So it's on the west coast, southwestern coast of Ireland. So, and like I said, it's been around a while. The runway we're landing on today, well, the only runway. Oh, 10,495 feet long. So now the good thing about Shannon, the chances are still there that yes, aircraft could need the runway to refuel, to come in to refuel, in case of wind issues, potential not getting step climbs and such. It's still there, but reduced when you're going eastbound. Westbound, they're just getting into their fuel tanks for the most part over Shannon. And that's when Greenland and Maine become potential emergency points for fuel. So, little side notes there about where we're flying. So, but yeah, we're headed to Shannon. Currently looking at with Elevatech 56 minutes. I'm going to have to get with some people to figure out what I can and can't use off this without having to pay. That was one of the big reasons I use Toolkit. Okay, we're through 24,000, headed on up. I hope y'all are enjoying. We got about like I said, about 55 minutes to go. You're gonna see blanks after ETE, after route. If you try to do a predict, won't work, because Sim Toolkit is not playing nice with 4.1 here with X-Plane 12. So my only gripe, if the guys are going to abandon Sim Toolkit, which it kind of looked like it might have, that's possible. I don't know if they did, and please don't take that as me saying that, even though I did. I know. Why X-Plane in their Discord left them off the list of culprits? That's where I'm confused. So, but I'm going to begin scouring their Discord and seeing what the heck is going on. Okay. I was just reading through the Sim Toolkit community. There actually is a manual update. So you'd have to go to the Sim Toolkit Pro community and look in the patch notes for it. But yeah, we'll see about this. And according to him, yeah, he should have more time here soon. So let's be patient. I might look into how this works. But yeah, if you're in the Sim Toolkit Pro community, look at the patch notes. And I'll come back to that later. All right. So there's hope for it yet, but right now it's unavailable. So there you have the latest, greatest about Sim Toolkit and all the fun we've had in X-Plane 4.0. Or X-Plane 12 4.0. Always say it wrong. So, all right, so the all right, Shannon, as of midnight, Zulu 190 at 6, few clouds, 3,000, 12,000, 6 and 5 degrees. Ooh. Now, we're flying, looking at this page is kind of nice. Let's see here. Oh. I mean, it'll work for now, but yeah, this is actually pretty good. I didn't realize this was in here. All right, there we go. Ireland is definitely up. 34,620. Oh, 260. My bad. All right, VATSIM saying runway 24 transition level 6,000. And all right, nothing significant. Okay, got us a good run here going as we leave all the traffic behind between London and Manchester and points east. We seem to be one of the few headed for Ireland. So relax, enjoy this Good Friday. For those that might be contemplating what Good Friday is all about, it really isn't a it's hard to explain how it's a Good Friday, but we know because we have the New Testament that all that was taught when Jesus was here came to fruition. Anyway, Hawker 125, have you tried the L1011? No. I'll be honest, I really haven't dug in to find it and learn about it, what we have and all of that. I know they're enjoying the heck out of it over on the other type simulator, but no. Hang on a second. Oh, that is such a bummer that you can't run. Oh well. Stormy with a chance of meatballs here in the UK. Sorry about that, folks. Did not mean to cough in your ears. Ugh. All right, let me figure out where we are in the process here. Boy, that was also nice. Top of descent. Okay, well, at least we get that. We do have some rain showing up here in Ireland. Let me show you this kind of quick. That I can do. All right, we're right here over, is that Fellow, I think it is. So you can see what we have left. We do have Shannon ahead of us. So we'll kind of see how things look. All right, top of descent. According to the arrival, let's, you know what, we have a better tool here. 100 miles. I'll be right back. All right, we're back, folks. We're getting pretty close. Like I said, we're about 100 miles out. See if any of that rain will show up. Let's see what's on VATSIM. Let me see if I can make that any... Give me a second. All right, well, you know what? Let's just get to work down here. Yeah, we need to. We're 85 miles out. All right, let's get the weather going. Okay, well, let's see here. Next, QNH 1014. Temperature 6. Wind 190 at 6. 200, or is it going to be 200 feet? It is. All right, we're set here. And let's get set up over here. Landing 24. Whoa. All right, well, we're going to have to do it all, it looks like. Click, click, click. Enter. Two 994. For now, oh, not that. Let's go wet at 6. We'll run engine. Well, should be fine. And okay, there we go. All right, so planning approach 126. And it looks like we're going to need 4,400 feet of the runway, so everything's set and ready for the approach. How close are we? Oh, did they? Well, it looks like we're on our own. Yeah, they finally did go offline. I wonder what they were out there doing. But yeah, we definitely got a big wall of rain. Hang on, I'll bring it up here real quick. We're going right here. We're right here and we're about to hit it. All right. Okay, we got about 47 miles. We need to be above. Okay, we need to be above 8,000 feet, above 6,000, and above 3,000. No faster than 220 at the rag. So, how has your week been, folks? I hope it's been a really good week. It's been kind of on the soggy side here in St. Louis. Um, actually, yesterday, no, was it yesterday or the day before? I felt like a duck out there. Just how much rain coming down, trying to make my deliveries and all of that. Um, so yeah, it has been on the wet side, and I know many places in the U.S. may actually be facing drought conditions. So, um, sorry to say that. Would one place is low in something in the U.S., there's going to be parts of the U.S. drowning, so to speak. So, I really have not kept up on any of the news coming out on the CRJ fire truck incident at LaGuardia. Pretty much because it's just not in the news anymore. It's kind of the cycle's done, we don't care, and on we go. I'm glad the NTSB still cares, but overall, I think it's been kind of shuttered. Artemis, I don't know your opinions on it. That was a pretty cool launch. Um, it's funny how many people still think we faked the lunar landings. But it's amazing what a TV show will do. But that was pretty cool watching Artemis take off. The few videos I've seen of it. I didn't even know the day that it launched that it was launching. So, or I'd have found a way to watch it live. I think those are just so cool watching the shuttles when they went up, when the Apollos went up as a kid, and now Artemis. So, anyway, so how's your week been since we're coming out of a ad break? Like I said, mine's been pretty good. We had a couple, of those kind of days we all have, and just worked through it. Love to hear from you. Oh, by the way, we are on Discord live if you'd like to come on and chat. However, I might be a little unable as we are about to start descending. But hey, if you want to come on it, feel free. We'll try to do more than one thing at a time. So, but this has been a good first test flight. actually works out even better. The fact that we're pardon me, folks. I get up early in the morning, so it's starting to catch up to me. So it's kind of nice to be in 4.1 now. Desktop pilot pointed out a couple of flights ago that Sim Toolkit appears to be a problem. Confirmed tonight by me. You all didn't know that, but yeah, it was confirmed. And there appears to be a fix if you go to their Discord site to get your hands on it. So, and hey, anyone want to shout out any updates that they've heard? I know I've got questions. More about some of the instrument, is that the right word for it? In place at LaGuardia, I don't remember learning about in the intense training we had that I never got the certificate for. So, anyway, let's get this thing ready to go down. Let's plan. Okay, that's not gonna help. How about 3,000? All right, we're beginning our descent. Now, these safety systems I mentioned, I don't even know if the international airport at St. Louis has it. Could, but I'm not positive. I know my airport didn't. To listen to what little pipsqueak LaGuardia Airport. Now, granted, much busier than we would have ever dreamed. Man, we sound like we were in the Stone Ages, what we had. Wow. Anyway, I just thought if anyone had any updates, I would love to hear or read as we descend into Shannon. Okay, still here, folks. Just kind of monitoring the descent here. All right, we're tuned in to the ILS for 2-4 into Shannon, and everything's looking good so far. So again, hope y'all are having a great Friday. Hope you enjoyed, those of you that enjoy the fish fries. Hope you enjoyed them. Tomorrow we will be flying out of Miami. And should, quote, quote, should be using new scenery tomorrow. Well, we've seen it. We'll see how many remember. Remember. Oh, excuse me. All right, we're above 8,000, so we're doing good. All right, do we have speed restrictions? Only at the Durag. All right, let's go. Time to land. Okay, we're inbound. Okay, we're getting ready to grab the localizer here. Shannon traffic, Speedbird 572, established ILS 24.
2,500.
Okay, we're slowing. Waiting to see the runway.
2,000.
Just in case. And popped out at 1,500 feet. Got a runway. All right, Shannon traffic, Speedbird 572, 3-mile final for 24 insight, broke out at 1,500. All right. Oop, we're drifting. Ooh.
500.
$261 at 30 all of a sudden.
300. 100 above.
All right, we're landing.
200. Minimum. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, retard. 10, retard, 5, retard, retard, retard. 10,
Boy, week out of the cockpit, and I'm getting a little rusty. Shannon traffic, Speedbird 572, off at Alpha to the ramp. Okay, into blocks. All right, let's take a look at how bad that landing was, because it was bad. Could have been and should have been worse, but it wasn't. Yeah, 2.05 on the G's, 571 feet a minute. Yeah, that's not all the greatest. Looking. All right, so limited information from Elevatech, which is fine. Oh, look at that. Manchester just came up. All right. I am going to look over here. Okay. See what we got with the airline. $610. Ugh. Ugly. We'll see. All right. Well, anyway, we are here in Shannon at the destination of the month. Yeah, it's been a while since we've actually flown the bus. And yeah, it showed. So, but anyway, hopefully we'll get it through and things will be great. Folks, I want to thank you again. Tomorrow night or tomorrow morning, my bad, morning, um, we are going to depart Miami in the 737. Still flipping the coin if it'll be Level Up or Zebo. Just haven't totally decided. I think I know what I'm leaning to, but we'll see. And we're heading to Newark. It's two sceneries I've been wanting to see how they're working out. Newark has a piece of add-on scenery you have to install that needs to be kept up to date. Otherwise, you might run into the dastardly X-Plane 12 CTDs. So, but other than that, we had a great time. Great seeing and talking with Hawker, Desktop Pilot Society. And I hope, and more enough as well. So, hey, hope you all had a great time. Enjoy the rest of Good Friday. Hey, there isn't much written about Saturday, but then comes what makes today called Good Friday good happens Sunday on Resurrection Sunday. So for now, you all have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow morning and see what kind of trouble we can get into between Miami and Newark. So until then, y'all enjoy. God bless. We'll see you then.